What screams I'm depressed? Can't get hard. Damn, it's hard to masturbate or even get hard when you're depressed. Genius, I know I'm depressed. A 14 years/show thought. For me, it's that I try to goth/s. Sitting in your bed not talking to anyone, just laying there with nothing to do and don't feel like doing anything. Having repressed memory. You do. Someone on Snapchat saying they are depressed. Memory loss, I can't remember anything that happened. Bad hygiene and general not caring about yourself/responsibilities. Choosing not to shower. Not depression but anxiety is physical. Lack of motivation when it comes to basic hygiene, brushing hair, brushing teeth, showering, etc. Along the way, but I didn't care. I wanted to give up. There wasn't a point of me living anymore. After many attempts I couldn't pull through, being asked at work, "Where is your head?" Lol. I have wrote out my whole life and sent it to family. Being anxious because things are going too well and surely karma is going to throw something big and fake smiles. Daydreaming. 5-minute crafts. A snuggie. Being suicidal is seen as a clear sign of depression, but there are many people with depression who are not suicidal. Probably feeling tired all the time even though you slept most of the night. I generally feel tired most days, but when I feel depressed all I want to do is lay in bed all day and sleep, hoping the sadness will stop. I do lamo help. I was a super emotional teenager with no people who are sad and also have trouble not loudly exclaiming their thoughts. My friend, girl, has depression. Empathy, I don't know if this is just me but I feel busyness. The depressed often fight back by occupying their minds endlessly and appearing tireless in order to keep from facing their depression. They intentionally fill their schedules with no time for reflection or aloneness. Medication, counseling and the desire to joining an MLM. A symptom that isn't talked about is pushing the people. Random swelling/aches. People that seem happy. Many people. Literally barely ever brushing your teeth, or showering, especially brushing your teeth thing. It's something most people won't realize, so people won't necessarily realize. After seeing a lot of it while in the military. The anxiety spiral. It's not that I don't feel joy, it just fades much faster. When I'm not depressed, an evening spent doing something I really love might carry me for a week. When I am depressed I can do the same activities but shortly after it's just, I guess that was fleeting. Depression. Isolating yourself. Being sensitive. Sleeping a lot or not at all. Difficulty concentrating or enjoying time. Having no motivation or desire to take part in what they normally enjoy is a big one, and it's one that I'm struggling with now. Feeling like nothing matters, nothing is real, you have nothing to offer the world, you are disappearing. I do, regularly. Cuts on their wrists/suicide jokes. Humans, mostly. When you're against guns but still contemplate buying one. The responses to this post are explaining so many things I thought were coincidental. Then your thoughts start spiraling down and you remember your parents calling you useless and a waste of space, and instead of the initial defiance you put up when they said that, you start to slowly believe that they're right and you just want to crawl into a pit and stop existing so that you'll stop being a nuisance to everyone you know and the world around you. Being an active user of r/teenagers. Risky behaviors. Everyone writes speeding while driving, posting inspirational self-help memes to Facebook. Successful people don't do that. Losing interest in stuff. Doing what you like obsessively until it seems like you have an addiction but honestly you don't. Getting angry at the smallest Wearing the same clothes multiple days in a row. It's been great to read through these messages. I haven't seen this written. Saying things that sound funny, but the person saying it means it to convey their depression. For example, if you're overweight and sad, clap your hands. Claps, why did I cross the road? To run away from my insecurities. Just imagine those quotes in a funny tone, but slowly getting lower in tone until it transitions to fake crying. When I was depressed, I felt excessive guilt for a lot of tiny things all the time. With this you can generally tell by how it is said and effort to wake up, etc. My room is spotless. What if you do all of these things but you know how being drunk/high makes you feel a million times better, not even exaggerating. They lie back/hide that they are. Tell me honestly. Being depressed. Sudden gifting of personal possessions with inherent personal or financial value, unexplained rage, or easily angered fatalistic and nihilistic jokes. How much it can physically hurt on a mental health. I didn't. These comments made me realize that Riley from after reading most of when I start not going out of the house. People will invite to a picnic or just to walk and I will agree, then again in a last minute I will. Lack of motivation. Sleeping a lot and in an irregular pattern. Not showering for a prolonged period of time. Not eating, eating badly, or eating irregularly, as in not eating all day and then eating a lot in the middle of the night. Apathy for things that happen around you. A lot of things really. I guess not all depressed people have all of them, but there is a long list of signs that might signal depression, minor or major. Me, at least twice a week. This is a great and really important question. I haven't read all of the answers. One of the things I don't hear about a lot is memory loss. When I was me a few times a week, the headaches, fatigue, and body aches. Bottling up any emotions you have without realizing and just feeling numb but act completely fine around other people because you don't want them to worry and you don't want to be a burden, and when you feel you are a burden you think how much easier life would be for everyone else if you just happened to disappear. Problem you have with someone close to you instead of fixing the issue. Most of Reddit. Insomnia. To make up an excuse to not go, so something you enjoy doing just because you don't want to talk with anyone. I don't mean when it's someone you hate or you just don't feel good. I mean like 100% healthy, your best friend, and your fave place, food, entertainment, etc. When they can't quit things like smoking, drinking, weed, etc. They know it's bad for them and no life would be good without it, but they just can't. For me, part of it was doing things. Nothing screams it, unfortunately, oftentimes for the person going through it, as well as the people around them. That's why it often goes undetected for so long or only discovered after it's too late. After reading a lot of these sleeping in bed all day because you lack energy, sometimes sobbing yourself to sleep, neglecting hygiene, neglecting eating, suicidal ideation, multiple failed suicide attempts, hiding in shame, constantly glued to electronics, books, music, etc. Not out of enjoyment but out of wanting to escape your life source. Experienced all this years ago. A depressed person who likes screaming? I happened to read Chicken Noodle Soup for the Teenage. Sometimes in my darkness times it was almost like I physically couldn't clean. I'd leave plates and trash everywhere, even though I wanted to clean and thought that I could never bring myself to do it. Whoever is around, for me, I need to play video games. It's the only thing that morning nausea. Look, I can't talk about it here. Always saying you're up. Staying up all night for no reason. Feels like a black cloud is lingering inside of me, taking up all the space. Not sad. You start forgetting things more. Self-depressed people. Me. Oops. This thread is a wake-up call. Yikes. What about being able to pull off being fine when you're around other people, but when you're alone, which is most of the time, you're an absolute mess. And having been that way for so long, it's not being able to control your thoughts, and all of your thoughts being in murky water so you can see a bit of them, but not enough for your thoughts to make sense. How many others can relate to this? But when I'm at my worst depressive state, I crave physical pain. In my mind it's the only thing potent enough to distract from you. My friends told me they noticed I was showing signs of depression when I stopped texting everyone, stopped going out, started binging on drugs, stopped sleeping, starting losing weight. Please look for signs in your friends. They noticed it in me before it was too late. Catch your friend before they fall into the pit. Subtle cries for help on Twitter or Reddit. Silent. Having contradicting thoughts. Kinda hard to explain this without an example, so here we lack of gratitude. Till, these experience. Laziness. I feel like I'm Prob's not the place for jokes, but this is still true. Watching Vine comps at 2 AM instead of sleeping.